BB Audio just came out with an amazing new plugin that turns your voice into a synth.
I'm stranded in infinity. My breath begins to cease. Your arms have found my peace.
So right off the bat, it sounds pretty darn awesome. By the way, if you want to learn how to finish more pro quality music faster, then I have something just for you. It's my free rapid song finishing checklist. You can check it out in the description below, or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/mixing checklist. Not only does this have handy EQ and compression checklists and cheat sheets for you inside, but also has a proven step-by-step system for how to go about mixing your song so you can create pro quality music that you're proud of, and you can do it using the plugins and gear you already have. So again, this is completely free. Check it out by clicking in the description below. So let's look at all the different controls here. So you got pitch here, so you can do some really aggressive pitch corrections. This isn't like trying to sound natural. This is intentionally trying to make you sound like a robot. So that's pretty cool, especially with the kind of music that I make. Then you've got this synthesize kind of module here where you can adjust the shape, you can stretch it, kind of transform it even more, all kinds of stuff. And you've got the filter, and then you've got effects and also some utilities here. For example, setting up the range, the note range, the octave range of your performance, a gate, smoothing, de-essing. So really cool. Let's dive into this and see what kind of cool sounds we can create. So first you set your scale, and we're in the scale of C major here. And then we can choose how we want to quantize it. So you can see you have the quantize setting here then, which is adjusts how quickly the pitch correction is applied to the incoming signal. Higher values will lead to more aggressive hard tuning. Then we have robotify, which conform the harmonics in the incoming vocal signal to an ideal ratio, which is with superhuman strength, increasing for a more robot effect. So quantize is how quickly the pitch correction happens. Robotify is how strong that pitch correction is. Then we also have your formants here. So this is the same one if you were like manual tuning, you have all these controls as well. So the formant shift, it shifts the valve formants up or down from their starting position to simulate different vocal track shapes. So if you want a little more of a higher pitched vocal, you can increase the formant without actually changing the notes that are being sung, for example. So let's hear how this goes.
I'm stranded in infinity. My breath begins to cease. Your arms have found my peace. Oh God, hear my plea. I'm stranded in infinity. My breath begins to cease. Your arms have found my peace. Oh God, hear my plea. I'm stranded in infinity. My breath begins to cease. Your arms have found my peace.
So yeah, you can kind of use this to layer with the really affected vocal with your dry vocal or more natural sounding vocal, and can create really cool sounds.
Oh God, hear my plea. I'm stranded in infinity.
Not bad. So then we also got the synthesize section here. So we got shape, which can mangle the oscillator wave shape for tonal variation. So and we got different waveforms here that you can choose. Whole bunch of different waveforms here you can use to mangle the voice, so that's really cool. All kinds of different textures are possible, and you can even import your own waveform, so that is amazing. So I guess the transform knob right here is basically your dry wet control. So this is not doing anything. So the shape is mangle the oscillator wave shape for tonal variation. So once we turn this up, now these other controls are now coming in. And then we can also stretch the waveform, so you can see it skews the waveform's midpoint for different sonic colors. So you can see in the synthesize section here, it changes where the wave happens. Then we got note shift as well. So you can really create some really cool harmonies this way as well. So you can just shift the notes, or you can even add an octave in. Look at the utility here. So we got a range, that's fine. So we can narrow the range if we wanted to. And with the pitch section here, we can also do note, so we can make it very mono. All right, you can even automate that and really change the performance completely. And then we also have duo here, so we could have multiple notes. So now it's very vocoder-esque. So that is really cool. They also have MIDI here, so this is where it really becomes basically a vocoder, as it can follow a MIDI performance for what you're playing. Let's also switch up the theme here. I really like this about Baby Audio plugins. You can have them have different themes. So this is the dark theme. We actually, and so to do this in Logic, it's maybe different than some other DAWs, but we actually have to load this up as a MIDI controlled effect. So we can go here, Baby Audio, Humanoid. So then we go to MIDI. And then we want to put in some MIDI here. So we could do this. Like so. We just have to come in here to sidechain and sidechain it to our audio to get that to come through here. And so let's look at these chords. These are very broken up, so that might sound a little weird. Disco Vader. All right, let's put that in MIDI. Some really cool effects there. So you can see they're kind of sorted in here. If you look at the presets, you got tuner, voco, and harmonies. You can actually add in a harmony, synths, dry-ish, instrument. Interesting. So if we wanted to do so that's really cool. Same way you can see how you can add the kind of the vocoder option in here. And then under each of these controls, you can further dial in what you want. So under quantize, we can control the attack, hold, and polarity. Under robotify, we can choose the denoise, the metallic nature. We can flatten it, emphasize it. And if you turn on tooltips here, we can learn more about each of these, I believe. So flat and remove natural pitch variation. Ah, okay. So it's not going to be as many pitches going. Emphasis, boost harmonics that fall closer to ideal ratios. Basically, if you turn these up, it's going to become more robotic. And we got your utilities here, so we can DS if we wanted to. We can calibrate it. We can put in a gate. This is sounding really awesome. I'm hearing so many different possibilities for what we can do with this. And then of course we got the filter over here, right? So we can basically EQ our sound here. We can adjust the gain of the mid band here. You can see, you can add resonance right at the cutoff. And so also on the low end here. So there's all kinds of different sounds this can do. Pretty straightforward. You're basically just EQing your sound now. And then you got your effects here. So these are really cool. So we can widen the sound. So this is kind of like adding a chorus effect, I think. Can add some warble. Freeze the effect. So really so many cool options here. So with that, let's check out some more of these presets. I'm just hearing so many possibilities and potentials with this. All kinds of cool vocal effects, vocal harmonies, vocal layers, or even, you know, make it the lead vocal. But there's so much more character you can add to your vocals so quickly with this plugin. So this is absolutely amazing. If you want to try it out for yourself, just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/humanoid. Also have a link to this in the description below. And let me know what you think. Do you think this is something that you would want to use in your productions? Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, be sure to grab my free mixing checklist in the description below. This will walk you through a proven step-by-step system on how to mix your own music and get a pro quality sound from home using the plugins and gear you already have. And this will also help you to finish more music in record time. So this is a completely free guide that also breaks down how to EQ and compress all of the major elements, gives you a little cheat sheet in there. So this is all completely free. Make sure not to miss that out in the description below, or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/mixing checklist. With that, if you want to check out more awesome plugins, and check out my video on the screen right now. With that, have an awesome day, keep creating, and I'll see you in a future video.